This time last year, I made a video and started a yearly tradition where I review every single show that I saw within 10 minutes. Last year I saw, 12 shows, and I struggled to do it within that 10 minutes. But I did it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this next year. This is a fun little yearly thing that I can do. I didn't just double that number. I quadrupled the number of shows that I saw. This year I saw 51 different shows. An overall number of 59 shows. And I've got to try and review all of them in 10 minutes. Well, there ain't no time like the present. But if you haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Ellie. I talk about theatre, I do reviews, I do discussions, and I do this. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please consider hitting like and subscribing. It really helps me out, it helps the channel. But now I've got to try and do this. So, ground rules. I have got to try and review every single show, all 51. I'm not going to repeat the shows and talk about them twice, I'm just going to skip them over. I have to do this in order, and I've got to do this within the 10 minutes. If I fail... I have one shot to do this. I'm doing this in one take, there will be no cuts throughout this, so that you can see the number ticking up. For sake of transparency, any shows that I was gifted tickets for, or gifted tickets in order to review, I will disclose them in the corner of this video. Well, let's go. Bonnie and Clyde concert. This was a concert version of Bonnie and Clyde. It was really, really good. Didn't really feel like a concert though. It felt more like a full stage performance, but then seeing what came after, that really makes sense. Jeremy Jordan was amazing. So was Frances Maylin McCann. Yes, Mousetrap. I enjoyed Mousetrap. It was fine. The twist didn't really shock me. I was a bit like, oh, that came out of nowhere. But you know what? I had fun. It's a nice little murder mystery show, and I see why it's lasted so long. I've already wasted almost a minute. Oh my god, Rocky Horror. It's fine. It's good. It's camp. It's what you want. It's the tour version. It's fine. I enjoyed it for the most part. It's Rocky Horror. What more can you want? I enjoyed doing the time warp. Life of Pi, really incredible. I didn't actually review this one, so I spent a little bit more time on it now. So all of the puppetry was so breathtaking and incredible. The projection on the floor, it's one of the most spectacular shows that I've seen. And the way that they bring this story to life is so engaging and interesting. I was all the way up at the back of the grand circle, and still I was so engaged and enraptured, but I should probably continue on now. Cheerleader. This is the first time I saw Cheerleader. I enjoyed Cheerleader a lot more the second time that I watched it, but as a story about queer joy, I think that's what works strongest about it. It's very camp, it's very silly, yeah, there you go. I don't know why I paused, I wasted time. Cabaret, oh my god, one of the best shows of the year. So immersive, so incredible. The way that they bring you into the theatre and everything that they do with that is so genius. The seating and the way that they've reimagined the show to be done in the round. Oh my god. Frothy is such a fantastic MC, the cast are so queer and wonderful and so much inclusive trans casting that I love to see. I'm so excited to see this one again. Oh my god, I'm really running out of time already. Okay, Death Drop, it's camp, it's like, is it the greatest show in the world? No, but it's silly, it's camp, it's fun, it's what you want really out of a drag show in the West End. Let's go. Bonnie and Clyde, really good, surprisingly good. Why is it surprising? I really enjoyed it. Why is it surprising? I think that the way that they've staged this was a really nice step up from the concert, and I'm really excited to see this next year. Anyway, Come From Away, the greatest show of all time. What can I say about it? I've already told you this about a million times. It's the best show of all time. I love Come From Away. Hedwig, really incredible show that's finally had a production with so much strong trans casting. The cast of Davina De Campo and, oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Editor Ellie put his name in here. Elijah, he's incredible. He's so good as Yitzhak. Oh my god, one of the greatest shows of the year. Please transfer it. We deserve it. I am only 10 shows in. Cock, funny name. It was fine. Please fix your seating, Ambassador Theatre, before I go and see My Sons Are Queer there. I don't know if you already have. I think you already have. Anyway, Beauty and the Beast. It's fine. It's Disney. It's an adaptation of the film. I think the film is better. Mockingbird. Really interesting play that I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was. It was a little bit too long, but for the most part, a really interesting court drama. Lift. It was confusing to follow, but some interesting performances, and yeah. Comedy of Errors. One of the first shows I saw at the Mercury Theatre in Colchester this year. A really strong adaptation. I loved the setting they moved the show into. It was just the perfect type of Shakespeare comedy. I loved it. Gatsby. A big surprise this year. So immersive, so interesting. There's so many different things to do at Gatsby and so much to see. I would love a second trip, but it's closing really soon and I don't know if I'm going to get the chance. Redemption, a show that I didn't actually review this year, but one of my favourite shows. One of my favourite shows this year. So well done. It was really engaging and gripping. It's such a human story. I loved it. Hungry, a really small-scale fringe show that was so gripping and so interesting about two lesbians. Let's go lesbians! Millennials. I thought it was fine. It needed to be a bit longer, but as a workshop, it's cool. I enjoyed it. I've spoken enough about it. I don't need to waste my time on here. Sister Act. I enjoyed it. I've already done a full review of it. It was good, wacky, fun for a Eventum summer season. I'd love to see the Eventum do some more big-scale musicals. Alice in Wonderland. I enjoyed it. It's probably a little bit young for me. I feel like it was very much designed for like that family-friendly audience, but for what it was going for, I enjoyed it. Kinky Boots concert. Please do me a full version of Kinky Boots with Courtney Bowman and Cedric Neal. Please and thank you. Get Up, Stand Up. Another big surprise this year. I really found myself engaged with the Shootbox musical, which is something that I don't normally find. I'm really running out of time. One of my favourites. I liked it. Cruise. Incredible. Such a perfectly done one-person show. An engaging queer story. I loved it. Treason. Needs work. I've talked about it. Horseplay. I can't really talk about this one without being demonetized, so I thought it was a good play. I'm running out of time. Right? A new British musical that gets almost everything right. I can't wait to see where this show goes next. Really fun story with an amazing cast. Kinky Boots. A nice first step into a revival of Kinky Boots. So fun, keeping the kind of soul of what made Kinky Boots work, but making it feel more modern. What is that? Walking with Ghosts. One-person show, really good. I'm running out of time. Heathers is classic. It's fun. Erin Caldwell is a really great Veronica. She plays it very, not over the top. I can't think of the word. Not over the top, which is a really nice contrast to the campiness of the rest of the show. I really enjoyed her Veronica. Mary Poppins. I loved it. So magical and whimsical. The whole thing comes together really well. Such a great adaptation of the film. And really unafraid to kind of differentiate itself. Trio. Bad. One. Oh, God. Mishandles the topic of suicide. Not really interesting. The score is fine. One of the weakest musicals I've seen this year. Jekyll and Hyde. This one-person Jekyll and Hyde reimagines the show and resets it with the perspective from the original book, and Audrey Besson was amazing. Bring it back. I'd love to see it again. Studio. Good Luck Studio. Why did I just write Studio? Good Luck Studio. It was dark, and I really enjoy them leaning into this kind of style, them being mischief. Very dark, though. Very dark. I'm excited to see if this show comes back. Oh my god, Canterville. Wacky, silly, goofy, yes. Improbable musical. It was fine. I wanted a bit more out of the improv, though. It felt very messy and very underplanned. My Sons Are Queer was one of the greatest shows of the year. Absolutely incredible, mind-breakingly great, and so heartwarming. Oh my god. Tammy Faye. I enjoyed Tammy Faye. I feel like it was a show that really introduced me to her and made me really interested in her story. It paints kind of like the televangelist movement in the US in a very interesting way. And Elton John's score is really, really great, along with Jake Shear's lyrics. And the book's very smart as well. The book is really smart as well. Choir of Man, the biggest surprise of this year. Absolutely phenomenal show. So fun, so thrilling. It's like, I just had such a fun time, and it's been so long since I've had a show that was as fun as Choir of Man. Oh my god. Totoro, the puppetry, amazing. The spectacle, amazing. It really made me appreciate the film that I, enjoyed, but I wasn't thrilled by. This play made me thrilled by Totoro, and gave me a new appreciation for it. Honey, really interesting play, one person, very immersive and interactive about things and the world and how bad everything is. Oh, there's no hope. Wizard of Oz, amazing spectacle, amazing set. The musical I wasn't really sold on, but I really enjoyed the show itself. I have 1 minute to get through loads of shows. Charlie, I've talked to death about it. Do you really need me to review Charlie right now? I thought it was fine, and I like how they've blended the Broadway and the other versions of it. Oh my god, 42 Balloons, I'm not allowed to review it. I really enjoyed it. Go watch it when it comes back. I'm not allowed to review it. Beauty and the Beast, I'm not a massive Panto fan, but I really enjoyed this Panto. This is a Panto that sold me a Panto. Newsies, incredible show. They throw everything in. It's the revival that we've been waiting for, even though we never actually had it premiere here. Orlando, I was so disappointed. Why make a trans show and advertise it as a trans show if you're not going to make a trans show? Just disappointing and very blandly made and stylized. Whose Holiday? Silly, fun, camp, Miss Cracker is just, is a star. Absolutely incredible. But the show itself, fine. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I hated it. Phantom of the Opera, it's fine as long as you appreciate the fact that it's camp. Oh my god, that's exactly 10 minutes. You can hear it. Oh my god, I was on the button there. I was on the button. Oh my god, that was stressful. But I can do it. Did I skip over? Did I repeat myself a million times? Yes, but I did it. None of y'all could tell me I didn't do it. Stay tuned for a proper ranking video of the shows I saw this year, my favourites and my least favourites, but for now, there you go. That is every single show done in 10 minutes. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps out the channel. Here's some links to more videos on screen right now. But that's it for me. Happy New Year! Bye. Oh my god.